Nikki. I'm the second unit prop master for 6.
For 6 years, you lied, son of a bitch.
How many then?
6
years.
You went to Turbo. We're talking maybe a year and a half.
No, I went to the movie, dude. Turbo movie.
What's up, everybody? This is Q. I'm here with Mark and Nikki.
What's up, Q?
You like to tell people what you done?
Go ahead, Mark. You go.
What's the question?
Take 2.
No, just keep
What
it
have we
going.
done? What are we doing here?
I was the prop master on Power Rangers for the first 10 years. So from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all the way to Wild Force, I was the prop master. And back in the day, we didn't have any money. So I made a lot of the iconic props on Power Rangers. And I got to play a lot of the characters. I got to play Lord Zed in the Turbo movie. But all I had to do is lay in bed with Rita and snore and rock back and forth. But I was Lord Zed. I was Serpicon in Time Force. I was the cab driver twice on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, playing different characters and also being the prop master. And also coming up with concepts. Like, it came from Angel Grove. I talked him into doing it in black and white, and I got to be a werewolf 3 or 4 times on the show. So I got to do all kinds of stuff on Power Rangers. And one day, a little boy came knocking on my door and said, "Please, can I be on the Power Ranger show too?" And I go, "Yes." And that little boy was Nikki.
And then I got a job. I'm Nikki Joe Bikini. I was on the show after I knocked on Mark's door. I got the job. I was on the show for 6 seasons, all the way up from Mighty Morphin to Turbo movie. I also played many roles. They never let me show my face though, but I did all the stunt driving, a lot of the stunt driving on the show. Tons of stuff. Low budget, and again, we're here after 30 years. This is my first event. I got to reconnect with all my old friends that I worked with. It's been an amazing weekend.
Ironically, he owes all of the money.
All of it. Yeah. And I paid this gentleman, Q, to come out and do this because he was just going to walk past us. I was like, "You got to interview us." So out of the whole convention, we're the only 2 actual, us and Rick Schick are the only actual crew members that worked on the show from the beginning. Mark from the beginning all the way. The only 2 real crew members.
Although I do see actors that worked on our show. The actors are here, but there's a lot of extras that were here for like a day that are signing autographs, claiming they're been on the show. But whatever, if they can make a buck, they can make a buck.
Oh, anyway, what else you want to know, man? We're here.
All right, so got your props. And what's your favorite prop you made?
The communicators. Yudaku, who is our unsung hero that no one talks about, was the production designer. He and I went out on Melrose, a hip place in Hollywood, and bought a bunch of watches, threw them all together, and I got to make the communicator. And there was an Apple commercial where they showed George Jetson on his communicator. They showed Dick Tracy on his communicator. They showed Get Smart on his shoe phone. And they showed the Green Ranger on my communicator. That was iconic. I was so happy.
And if you look around, 50% of the people here are wearing one, but not the original. Like they've copied it and copied it and copied it now. It's not even close.
And when I see these people, I'll walk up and I'll point at their wrist and I go, "I made that." And they slowly walk away from me.
Yeah. I spent $350 on it.
What was your favorite prop?
Oh, you know what? So, although I was on the show, doing second unit was a completely different show. Mark was on first unit, so they dealt with the actors. I did all the explosions, fight scenes, and most of my work was on the fly. Hey, we want fixing the props and fixing all the props that were broken. So, evolution of materials now that we work with all kinds of 3D printing, and we didn't have any of that. So it was hot glue and kicker. Hot stuff and kicker was our duct tape was our go-to repair because I worked with a stuntman. They would do a scene, somebody would kick something, it would break off, we'd have to repair it right there. So totally different kind of job. Even though we were on the same show, it was like we were doing totally different things. So, I mean, a lot of my favorite pops were the shit I hated was we had to have a timer on everything. So anything that any kind of bomb had a timer, and they always wanted to do close-ups on the timers.
Bombs that couldn't look
Look like bombs. They were bombs but couldn't look like a bomb. Like a gun, they couldn't look like a gun, but they wanted to look like a gun more, but less. So
I honestly was called into the office because a bomb I made that couldn't look like a bomb didn't look enough like a bomb.
yeah. So, but man, this has been an iconic weekend. I think we saw a lot of old friends and met a lot of great people. It's a real family atmosphere, and I'm just happy to be a part of it with this guy. We brought another friend of ours, Joe, here. Joe, this is Joe. Get in there, Joe.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
He shaved his head for this, but only half.
Yeah, going out with a bang.
Tell him your name,
Oh,
goddammit.
God. Hi, I'm Joe. I'm a prop fabricator here based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I also work in the film industry. That's how I know this guy right here. I do props and on-set decorating. And this is my first con vending. It's an absolute blast.
So how are people going to find you if you just said your name's Joe?
I'm Stupid Lizard on Instagram.
There you go. That's
which
going to
actually,
help. That's going to help.
here's my card.
There it is.
You
Hey,
can freeze frame it.
freeze frame Joe. Stupid
Joe.
Lizard. Otherwise, they'd be looking for Joe and wouldn't be able to come up with you, and then you wouldn't sell shit.
Nope.
But anyway, film in Hollywood. Mark is going to start a new film in Hollywood. No more Atlanta. Hey, there's enough to go around. Oh, dude, he shut us off. He shut us off.
No.
That's a wrap.
No. So, what's your favorite episode?
Oh, man.
I know. My favorite episode was It Came from Angel Grove because it had a horror film. I got to be a werewolf, and it was in black and white. It came from Angel Grove.
My favorite was, I don't know the name. I'm sure if I asked one of these nerds, they would know what episode and what. I played the 50s driver. I drove the 57 Chevy. A lot of fun. It was for me. It was great. A lot of days we were so small, crude that they'd be like, "Hey, we need a guy to do this. Hey, you want to mow a lawn? All right, cool." Next thing you know, you're in the show mowing a lawn. But that's what really brought this all together. It came from Japan to us, and they really let us run with the ideas. They really let us run with it, and it was a lot of Mark. I mean, it should be Mark, Matt, Mighty Mark Power Rangers is what it should be. Actually, that's what they should have renamed it because the guy, he's come up with everything. He's a god, and I'm a prince. I'm a prince. He's a prop god, and look at me, man. I'm blessed. Got people coming to interview us. He's going to cut all this shit out.
No.
But no, man, these fans are amazing here this weekend. So many great people, so many cool costumes. What's been your favorite thing about this whole deal?
Reliving my childhood.
There you go. It's everybody's childhood, right?
I grew up with Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
So I'm like old.
Yeah. No, dude, you ain't old, man. We're old, bro. We're old.
So seeing them and like being that kid that saw them on TV.
Yeah.
Never thought I would see them in person.
Right.
And like interact with them is so different.
Yeah. Cool.
Tell me
Good.
something. Are they not just as wonderful in person as they were on TV?
Yes.
You fall in love with each and every one. All the Rangers I've always liked, but I tell you, the first Ranger, when you see Walter or Austin, I still fall. I love those guys. Bulk and Skull, Narvi and
Oh,
Paul
man.
they're wonderful and they're fantastic. They're
Yeah.
great people.
Yeah.
The reason why Power Rangers exists to this day and we still have fans is because they cast lightning in the bottle. Just wonderful people, and they're
Right.
great. It's a reason why these kids idolize these guys.
Absolutely.
And they should be.
Well deserved. I hadn't seen most of these 15 of the cast members that I haven't seen them for 30 years. I walked in this building and it was like we had 15 minutes. We hadn't seen each other for 15 minutes. It was hugs. It was like, where you been? I mean, unbelievable homecoming. And it's the same feeling I had working on the show, to moving on to my career and coming back to this. It's like full circle, man. It's really been awesome. Really been awesome. And you look, how many times you get interviewed on, who knew Power Rangers is going to be like this? You know, we were talking about it last night. I worked on that 70s show. I worked on Without a Trace. Mark's done tons of movies. Rap. They're getting the hook. They're getting the hook out here. But
look at our resumes. We've done everything from
you name it.
Terminator
Right.
TV show to Lucifer to Without a Trace.
You name it.
You name it. We've been on it.
When somebody's-
Power Rangers was still the funnest experience.
Yeah.
But we're going to end this now because it's gone way too long.
Well, last thing, anything y'all promote or say to end it?
Promote?
Promote, dude.
I don't know. My last show was The Old Man.
He is an old man.
But sadly, they just ended it. So, hey, if you need a prop guy,
Hey,
you're
prop guy for hire.
filming in Hollywood.
I've got in Hollywood only. In Hollywood and not
Power
Atlanta.
Ranger ending. High five.
Thanks, dude. That was awesome.